Hey guys, Steve Young, your baseball mentor with Athletes Approach and Youth Baseball Mindset Mastery Group. Hey, today I want to make a distinction between something that I think is very, very important, and I believe it's going to help you as you discern and kind of understand the different approaches that you can take with helping your son and your daughter with their mindset and with their confidence. I want to make a distinction between mental skills and the inner game. I'm making this distinction, and I'm sure that other people that talk about mindset probably see them as the same thing. The way I look at mental skills are things like breathing techniques, right? Things that can actually, tangible tools that and skills. And there's lots of different types of skills, but say for instance, like a breathing technique can be helpful if your son or daughter deals with they start to get really, really nervous and their heart rate increases. A breathing technique is something that can help them calm down. As an example, right? Another technique that I used to use was mental rehearsal, right? So I would visualize myself doing positive things on the field, right? Visualizing myself getting hits, hitting line drives, hitting the ball hard, those sorts of things. Those are skills that can enhance the game. But then there's that aspect where we go a little bit deeper, where I like to call it the inner game. And I believe it's the inner game. That's the place from which ultimately the greater majority of anybody's game is expressed from. I knew and I played with a lot of mental skills, but it wasn't until I addressed my inner game and I addressed some of the beliefs about myself and about the game that I started to play free and I started to play bold with boldness. An example of this for you as a parent when it comes to mentoring and coaching your kid through some things is if you're in the car and you're going to talk about mental skills, oftentimes that might just come in the form of, hey, so when you were nervous, did you do your breathing technique? Or hey, here's some techniques to help you deal with some nerves. When you're talking about the inner game, it's a little bit more engaging and getting a little bit deeper. So getting into the inner game would be like a situation where, car ride home and you say something like, or you ask a question like, hey, after that strikeout, how'd you feel? What were you thinking? Okay, if you believe that striking out meant that you were going to not play or that you were going to get benched, why are you having that thought? What makes you think that, right? And so we're starting to kind of tap into, you're starting to tap into your son or daughter's thinking process, which then you can help them address and you can help them offer truthful thoughts about that topic or about that concept. And what that's going to do is you're starting a process of helping them to discover for themselves what they think, how they're feeling, what they're feeling, why they might be feeling that way, and then what they can do so that the next time they have those thoughts, then sometimes mental skills can come alongside and help them get into the right frame of mind. But digging in and helping them, and again, the reason why this aspect is harder, and I shot a video about Athletes Approach parents. You guys are the 3%. You guys are going to take the harder road, but it's the best road in my opinion, because as a player, when I started to tap into this, it was phenomenal. And there's no reason why an 8-year-old, a 9-year-old, a 10-year-old can't start this journey as early as that. Because when they can start to learn how to ask themselves these questions, how to become very much more aware and knowledgeable about their own inner workings. It's one thing to learn a skill and apply it and calm yourself down, but it's a whole nother thing to become very intimate and knowledgeable about yourself. And that is where some of the biggest breakthrough is going to come in this game and really just in other facets of their life. This is the inner game is like a microcosm for a whole lot of other aspects of their life. And so I just wanted to make that distinction for you and give you an example of how you can address both, because both are important. And so I think it's going to be a very, very key component that you know the distinction, and that as you teach them how to tap into their inner game, as I saw in my career, and I believe that you guys will see some great success addressing the inner game as well as the mental skills. But the inner game is that foundation. All right, guys, Steve Young, your baseball mentor with Athletes Approach. I'll see you soon.